All right, if you've seen my YouTube channel or followed my Instagram posts, you know that I, as a used car dealer, love buying cars from individuals. I don't buy all my cars from the used car dealer auction. I don't really like other used car dealers, but what I do like is buying cars from individuals in my community. I just picked up this 2003 Pontiac Aztek. Yep, that's right, the ugly ass drove in Breaking Bad. I've got one. We're going to get it ready to go, and we'll have it ready soon. So like I said, we just picked this car up. We picked it up from an individual here in our immediate community in Rockwall. I gave him $600 for it. And it needs a power steering rack, which we're going to go ahead and do. It is in desperate need of a cleaning, and of course the windshield wipers are dry rotted. The car's sat for quite a while. The body is actually really straight. Definitely needs a good wash, as you can tell. The windshield's cracked. I'm not going to fix it. We're going to clean up the engine a little bit, put in the power steering rack, and air blows nice and cold. She's got about 120,000 miles on her, but the worst of it really is just look. It was the same thing. It happens a lot in this community. Bought it for the kid moved out, got a better car, and the car sat. So we'll be going through it and getting it ready to go. I'll document the process a little bit here, and this is why I like to buy cars from individuals. If your website as a dealer doesn't say you buy cars, you're missing out. If you don't spend 10-20% of your ads that you're running saying that you buy cars, I really feel like you're missing out. People come to you, you may not get a better deal, so to speak, than at the dealer auction, but what you do get is a much better opportunity to look the car over, to test drive the car, and to know what you're going to be getting into. This one, really a lot of cleanup, and it's going to be a good car for us. All right, so more joy from the used car world. You may see a glowing yellow light here on this Aztec. It turns out she needs a catalytic converter. Now, I'm a dealer. I have some good vendors, but in this particular case, it is actually cheaper for me to sub this job to another company that we use that will cut and weld in a generic converter versus me buying an aftermarket converter and having my guy install it. It actually turns out cheaper to do it this way. Also, what's nice is I will drive it down there, drop it off, and then after lunch come back and get it. And then we still need to put miles on it so we can get it inspected. A little disappointing, in retrospect, the light came on when I was driving it home Friday. I scanned it, I saw it was a CAT code. I should have just taken it down there to them and let them do it, and then I could have had it back Saturday, drove it Sunday, and had it up for sale today being Monday. But I didn't. I thought I'd clear it and give it another chance because the car had sat up for a while. So, the speed that you move is important, because obviously you want to get these cars turned around as quick as possible. So the converter is probably going to run me like 300, 325, somewhere in that range, if I remember right. But either way, it's better than the $491 that my vendor wants to sell me the whole assembly. So we'll do that. Once I get it dropped off and picked up, I'll let you know. Alright, about to pull up a AAA muffler here. They're good folks. They take care of the exhaust and things that we can't, or that we don't want to, or whatnot. See if we can find a place to park this little lady here. My lord. This is the downside to this place, is parking sucks. There we go. Alright, let me go in and drop her off. Alright, Jeff hand scrubbed the car yesterday. I just went to the do-it-yourself car wash. I vacuumed it out. Now we're going to run it through the car wash and get her back to the shop, and then we'll go for the inspection as soon as it's ready. It's got a few more miles to go before all the monitors are reset, so I can't quite get it inspected. I just checked it. It's got 2 monitors left to go. And you know, this car drives great. It is, admittedly, it is ugly as hell, but that's all right. We don't mind ugly. Also, we figured out if you shine a flashlight on the odometer, it will light up and tell you that this car has about 119 on it, which is better than what I was expecting. So that's awesome. Stereo works, air blows cold, track's nice and straight now. It's had its alignment done. Jeff put the rack on it yesterday. So we're gonna get it washed, get back to the shop, and then yeah, we'll see how we do. See a lot of guys making videos about flipping their cars, you know, owning a car lot, and what it's like behind the scenes and all that. I must be doing something wrong. They got way more views than I do. But if you like this type of material, I'm going to continue to do some behind the scenes stuff, continue to show some of the cars being flipped and taken care of. And so hopefully if you like that content, you'll check back. Alrighty, so admittedly, this one took a little longer to sell than I was expecting. The Pontiac Aztek shares a drivetrain with the Chevy Equinox, and yeah, apparently has 0 name recognition and is about the ugliest SUV rolling. But anyway, finally, now we're at like November 22nd or something. It was a Friday. We sold the Aztek. And so now it's time for the part everybody wants to see, which is where we break down the numbers. So I've just printed the added cost sheet from my Fraser software, and I'll run through what some of those expenses were. Right off the top, everybody's favorite vendor when you're in the car business, Amazon. I got the struts to hold that huge ass trunk lid up. They were $18.39. I bought the rack and pinion from O'Reilly Auto, $276. I had a bill from my repair shop for the labor to install the rack and pinion and some other peddly things of $400. $19.82 for Amazon. Okay, I lied. Those are actually the rear struts, it says. $18.39 was the front hood struts, but both from Amazon. AAA muffler, $350 for the cat converter. They welded in, got it done quick, and I had the car up for sale. Did do an alignment from Firestone after we put the rack and pinion in and made some adjustments on the suspension. I don't have an alignment machine here at the shop, so we sub all of ours to the Firestone here in Rockwall. And then my favorite guy, Daniel Garcia, at Inspection Station near me in Fate. Great family-owned local business. I actually met the guy because when he opened up, he went door to door, knocking on doors, trying to find some business. So he does all of our emissions/safety inspections for us, and we're there every week. Love the guy. So if you're in the area, send him by and then tell him you saw him on Tom's YouTube video. So if you add all those expenses up, $1,165.53 on my list, and you'll remember I paid $600 for the car, bringing me to $1,765.33. What's interesting and what I joke about when we're here working on these cars is a lot of times the cheap car is actually one of the cheaper parts to this whole process. Time and time again, we buy a cheap car, we end up spending 1 or 2 times what we spent for the car, getting the repairs done and getting it up for sale. So anyway, that's what we're into it for. 1716. Man, yeah, 1765.53 is what we're into it for. Now let's take a look and see what we actually made. So there's probably a setting in my Fraser software to make this cash position sheet a little bit more straightforward. But I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to show you everything. The down payment is actually what the customer paid. They paid $2898.52. That is for that includes tax, title, and license, and dealer inventory tax. The cost of the vehicle, of course, is what we had in it. That's that $1,765.53. Title fee is $33 for the title transfer. The balance of that money is for the registration for the year. Cost of dealer inventory tax, $4.27. Every time a dealer sells a car in Texas, they get taxed on the sale. Those all get added up, and we pay that into the state at the end of the month. And then sales tax, which is the 6.25% sales tax that Texas collects on all vehicle sales, was $156.25. That gave my original cash position, which is the only because it's not on payments, of $834.47. So that's what I made on this car, $835. And honestly, yeah, that's fine, but that don't impress me much. It's still a win. My shop collected $400. I probably made $100 profit out of that 400 because it is wholesale work. So I probably made like 930 or 950 or somewhere in that range. And that's really nothing to sneeze about. Yeah, it's nothing to sneeze about. Not my best ever, but I want to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thankfully, I haven't had to show a loss. Whenever I finally get my stupid Equinox sold, that's where you'll get to see one that actually comes out to be a loss, because I'm pretty certain that one will be a loss when it's done. But the Aztec, yeah, we did okay. It was ugly. It didn't have good name recognition, and so it took a little longer to sell. But that money freed up some great opportunities. I've got several that we bought this weekend. We'll be making videos about. Take a minute, guys, if you don't mind. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you found me, what you think about me, what types of videos that I do you prefer. A like, a subscribe if you're new, maybe share it with a buddy. But that's it for today. I appreciate you. Y'all have a great day.